Good morning, King Charles. He's right, brother. Bit fresh this morning, fully wrapped up. Jumped out of my bed this morning, panicked. I did. Mm. A dream I had coming around a mountain road. The driver went off the edge. As the car rolled, I was able to climb out of the window and I saved myself. And coincidentally, the driver was up on the road as well. And I woke up just as I seen Captain Jack run into me. That was my dream from last night. Waking up this morning. I can't remember who else was in the car, but I do remember it was full. Not seen you for a while, King Charles. I hope everything's okay with you. I think last time we were speaking, you were saying you go and work the summer out, and you'd be back in Spain for within a few months. I hope your plans are working the way you set them. Wow, cool. He's on the road. Got the wheels are rolling. Oh, are off to Liverpool. I bet you's working, ain't you? I bet you's on like a delivery or a collection. I remember correctly, you's a lorry driver, you know. I need a job. I need a job that offers accommodation for myself and two dogs. I've been advertising myself since I've been in Spain. I'm a good worker. I'm enthusiastic. It's getting to the point where I really need a job, a fresh start. But I know myself, I'm actually no good to any employer at the moment, apart from where I'm sat. Depending on what job if I was to start, I'd be needing footwear, tools, clothes. When I listen to these people, they're going for these call outs and they need 6 months to a year of training and rehabilitations and things. Yeah, I need 6 months to a year of training before I go back into employment. My body's ruined. There's only myself responsible for that because I'm the hobo, tramp, drifter kind of fella. I'm the one just too stubborn, too proud of my friends to abandon them. Here comes that sunshine, but it's hiding behind the clouds. One of the channels that I listen to very often, they have a person there within their community that's allegedly homeless, a bit older than myself, claims to be gangster orientated, growing up with mafias and stuff, mobs, and every day he's on YouTube begging and demanding $100 just for his hotel room. Well, if I had a month's worth of his rent, as nearly equivalent to what I survived on for 2 years. It turns out he's been begging online for 2 years for accommodation, for rent. Another channel I listen to is a homeless fella living in a tent, got his missus, got a part-time job, but it's not enough to get him off the streets. For myself, I have a home, I have a base, but that's it. That is all it is. And when I look at my tramp, my drifter, hobo lifestyle, this house is far, far, far from any requirements to suit and satisfy my real needs. So what am I doing here? Sharing respects, showing respects to people that showed me respect. That's beautiful. But every beautiful thing comes to an end. It's like just then when you start enjoying that sunrise, I start talking. It's a shame. So King Charles, you're heading towards Liverpool. You've probably got the sunrise to the back of you. I won't distract you and ask you too many questions, seeing as how you're driving. But I'm interested. Have you got any daylight there yet? See, for me, every day that I comes down here, hi, Agris, that sunrise is different every day. From its rising position in the winter, is rising off the sea, and in the summer months, is rising off the mountain. When and where the clouds are, it all makes a difference. I just want to go back to sleep, mate. I want to sleep away and wake up to a real reality where, like, uh, I was getting my hopes up this last week. I was actually day tripping every day. I've been day tripping. Been tripping out, trying to connect with people, thinking they're on their way. They're coming. Yippee, yippee, they're coming. They're on their way. Every day I wake up, not here yet. Every day I go to bed, not here yet. Not here yet. And no communications, knowing my situation. Well, All right, bye. How was bonfire night for you all last night? November the 5th and all that and Guy Fawkes stuff. Still allowed to celebrate, are you? Many casualties over the country. I remember year after year, every Halloween, every fucking bonfire night, there was always somebody that had been severely burned. There's always groups of people going around setting off fireworks, didn't care where they put them. See people in telephone boxes, fire them in. People were uncool with fireworks. So from abundances to abandonness. Wow, cool. This is going to be one of my shortest lives ever. I mean, I'm too cold, sat here, like ideally get dressed, like go down to the village, try for a bit of credit from the shops. It's been a couple of days now. It's been a few days now, just eating almonds. What is it? Sunday, I think. No, Sunday morning, Saturday morning, Friday morning, Friday morning, pasta. Friday down with me buddy. I can't remember now. I don't trust eating too many legumes. Surviving on beans and nuts. I don't survive. I don't trust it. I've got too many hippie friends that says it fucked up their livers and kidneys. It's Monday today. All the bars are closed, so there's no go and meeting the workers. I remember 10 years ago when when I went to Spain for the first time, and I went to Murcia. And the time when I arrived to Murcia, I recognized it's one of those environments that, the climate being so close to the river, and yeah, the way the Murcia is set up, there's so much all day, every day. You can survive there. To find a bit of land in Murcia, make a garden, no problem. But in this Andalusia, is not the same. It's not the same. I see people here making new land. They actually demolish the mountain. They demolish it. There's no soil in the mountain. They're not using that. They're getting lorry loads of soil delivered in. They flatten out. They flatten out. They pack it all down, and then they start filling up with soil. They import the soil, and it's something that I have to do here for the garden. If I'm trying to make successful gardens, I have to carry soil here because there ain't none. I go scraping around the trees, collecting bits of soil. But wow, I'm multitasking. By going around collecting soil from the trees, I'm not just doing that. I'm actually aerating the ground, oxygenizing the ground by rotivating around the trees. A few trees that I've worked on, I'd be digging the ground around, and then yeah, because there's nice soil there, you know, rather than just leave it. I've got purposes. I've got needs, and so I carry a bag of soil from each tree. Something I'm looking into is the dead tree stumps that are here. You know, a lot of old cultures and traditions I'm looking into are showing me that dead tree stumps are sometimes good to use as plant pots because they're naturally full of nutrients. Yippee, a bit of sunshine. It's been fucking windy. Very, very stormy, strong winds for a week now. Yeah. And for nearly 3 weeks, it's been bad weather nearly every day. which is nice. Nice to remind oneself that after the storms, there's a clearing. So I loves it. Watching the moon rise from the sea, watching the sun rise from the sea, and then throughout the seasons, watching the moon rise from the mountain, watching the sun rise from the mountain. I loves it. I actually enjoy taking this time in the mornings and night times. I actually enjoy taking this time to sit here with the camera, to take that walk around, to capture that. I actually enjoy it. It's a practice. It's like I don't know, part of me. Being up to see the sunshine. Yeah, being up to see the moon. Hey, Robert. How you doing, Robert, buddy? We just came down to catch a beautiful sunrise. Collect some almonds on the way home. Since I can see them this time of day. But I'm thinking I need to get down to the village and at least ask for credit in the shop. Maybe take down a chainsaw. It's the only thing I can think of that I can sell. I've got that water filter, osmosis water filter, but I can't carry that down to the village. That's too big a box. This is one of the points that I was trying to make when the trailer trash got abandoned here. And then he says, in the end, it's for me to. And first off, it was there for him to collect it any time he wants. That's why he left it there. And then he told us that it was there for me to sell. But truth is, how the fuck can I walk that trailer down to the village to sell it? Knowing the condition of this road, how could I invite anybody up here, people up here, to view it? After he left it to get smashed by the winds, people need to view the damage. His damaged goods, not mine. So yeah, it's not something that I can just walk down to the village and sell. And it's a shame that people don't acknowledge the most simplicities. How for nearly a year now, he's been shouting, sell the fucking trailer tent, sell it, sell the fucking trailer tent. But like, you fucking sell it. It's yours. It ain't mine. I never asked for his ear. Only he can answer that. Wow. Lucky again this morning. This tree has dropped its nuts, which makes it easy for me to collect. Because I tell you, boys and girls, I don't have the energy for climbing around the place. I get head rushes, head spins, losing energy quick. That's all right. It's all for good viewings, isn't it? Eh? See how long it takes? Eh? See how long it takes? Watching on, watching on and on. Watch how long it takes. What happens first? Does he get arrested? Does he get sectioned? Does he get murdered? Or does he just wither away? What happens? The person that introduced me to YouTube said that it's to his delight to watch me deteriorate. And he's not the only one. Lots of people are on YouTube laughing at the deterioration of good peoples. Provoking, antagonizing good peoples. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've been accused of it. But to my defense, from my experience and to my judgment, what good people are, I have not upset any good peoples. I've not been anywhere or been beside any good peoples to upset them. I talk on my interactive diary and people join in, or programs join in, or interferences interfere. But that's not me upsetting them. That's them getting upset with themselves. They can't handle how other people see them. Their friends don't like how other people see them, to recite about them. That's their problem. Let them live with it. Or live without it. That's their problem. That's their choice. That's their prerogative. As a tramp, as a hobo, as a drifter, I'm happy to say I don't have no neighbors. I don't have no family. I not got no friends. I'm a complete loner. So what? I'm a force to be reckoned with? You betcha. You betcha. You can't take nothing from a man that has nothing. And if you want to deprive a man with nothing of nothing, well then expect nothing yourself. And so while we watch for a year and a half a shitty traveller living in a garage, getting charity of a hotel room, suing and making other people's lives hell, paying people to make other people's lives hell, when it deflects and reflects upon that person, and that person's crying to everybody and every establishment that will listen. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Tim. Yes, I'm talking about the traveling Tim. Because like Blackburn's World knows, Tim's a money bag. Half of YouTube knows that Tim traveling is homeless. Traveling around causing a nuisance, a disturbance. We can all see and follow. He's the biggest coward ever to have been on YouTube. I mean, no fairness now. Look at his attractions. Look at his attractions. Look at the people that he's loud and proud about helping. Psychiatric runaways. Suicidal, manic, depressed drunks. A crazy man living up on a mountain. Allegedly murderer, robber, and fucking kidnapper. And that's the persons that one Tim is obsessed with. Because he's looking for a bit of the action. He's done something really bad in his life. Really bad in his life. That he's attached himself to some of the baddest characters available on YouTube. When we have a look at his money movement, we will see the amount of antagonizers, the amount of shit talkers that Traveling Tim pays into, that he sponsors and encourages. So the fact that he pays people to upset other people want to be glad and grateful that I brought tears to that cunt's eyes. Finally, after his 6 years on social platforms, on YouTube, finally, after 6 years of him trolling and bullying people, paying the bullies, after 6 years, There's somebody finally outed him, shown his true colors. All right, Tim, you bollocks, you shitty wet wipe. Come and pick up your rubbish. Your shitty wet wipe's still blowing in the wind. Your trailer trash is still there. You gathered like a fucking squirrel. And when you arrived here, you left it like a squirrel. Abandoned so many piles of nuts every year. Tim, I told you long, long, long before I mentioned your missus running away from you and then overdosing. I told you long, 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 long time before that. I'm the sort of person, you upset me, I will drag up everything you told me. I will talk about you like I am you. That's what you paid me for, because I was doing that to this Blackburn's World. Because I was able to do that to AJ, because I was able to upset the ministry. That's what you were paying for, Tim. And you made the mistake of writing in messages every time you did pay Tim. So, Tim, wake up. Yeah. You went around YouTube bullying, silencing everybody, Tim. You know, don't give Steve a voice. Yeah, Tim. But then look what you've done now, Tim. Huh? You go to police and solicitors, so you claim. So you claim. Yeah? But it doesn't matter. Not to me. Much appreciated, King Charles. Much appreciated, sir. Wow. Much, much appreciated. Wow. Yes, yes, just like the sexual predator of which I highlighted him as nearly a year ago. A predator. Yeah, he is preying on the weak. He is preying on the vulnerables. Yeah, he is a simple simp. I do not trust him. From the times I spent with him in person, I've seen how he was with dogs, I've seen how he was with cat, and I've seen how he is with people. And I swear down now, yeah, there's no way I would let him anywhere. I would lock him up. I would throw away the key. I would put him on an electric chair and fucking execute the bastard. I don't want to study anything about sick people like that. That's why I was so happy to walk away from him when I recognized what he is. What he is from sitting with the entity. I recognized what he is. I recognized how controlling he was. How controlling, how forceful he wanted to be. I've got video footages of where he squares up to me, trying to overtower me because he had been made a fool of, because he thinks after arriving here for half a fucking hour, he knows the run of the place. He thinks after half an hour of being here, he's going to rebuild my friend's house. He's going to turn it all into an Airbnb. I'm like, get the fuck. And if people remember correctly, I was telling that fucker to stop communicating with me for months, for about 3 months, before I mentioned his missus running away from him, before I mentioned his missus having similar situation to the Andrew J. Two fellas obsessed with, oh, if only, if only, if only. Wow. But, you know, it's like really sad and hurtful. The lies that that person has put out, really hurtful. That person turning around saying that I'm bullying and harassing him. He the one that don't stop fucking texting me. He's the one that don't stop abusing me in other people's comments and other people's chats. I've left that motherfucker alone until I sees him. And believe, when I see him, there ain't no police and no judges is gonna fucking intimidate me. When I see him, when I see him, there ain't gonna be no fucking, oh, I'm scared. Nah, 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 nah. I see you, boy. I see you. Oh, look, here comes the gas puppy again. Yep. I know Robert. I know Robert Lee. Remember, yeah, I was living in England before I lived in Ireland. Yeah, seriously, I've seen the English quiver. Yeah, seriously, boy. Yeah, the English people that I went to school with. Yeah, because I was not from that town. Yeah, they were racist. Yeah, because my mother was a bit of a fucking traveler. Yeah, them peoples were proper fucking racist towards me. Yeah. English peoples have always been the most racist, paranoid, drunk, drug addict, perverted, sexual predator, hooligan, thug, no good for nothing, con men. They've made a fucking culture of it. Yeah. The whole world sees what the Brits are. Yeah. Which is one reason why I'd rather be starving of fucking hunger up on this mountain than being living in the UK. Is why I'd much rather be up on this mountain, potentially starving, than to go down to the coastline and interact with the Brits that think that they're going to capitalize and exploit like they always have. There's a lot of individuals that separate from that stereotype, but they're stuck for where they are, for what they do. They're stuck. I would have been stuck if I didn't take risks. And taking risks give me the opportunity to, sidestep and say, hey, want to drink my piss, do you? You'll have to come to Spain to drink my piss. But we see how many fake and how many ugly people there are on YouTube. I mean, they've allowed and they've encouraged that traveling shitty wet wipe. Yeah, they've allowed and encouraged. Okay. One thing, if he ever takes me to court, one thing he's going to have to do is empty his wallet. One thing he's going to have to do is show his bank cards. One thing he's going to have to do is come in with his bank statements because I got proof that he's a crybaby. He pays people to antagonize. I will give the judge and solicitors a rundown of every motherfucker that I recognize on his payroll. And this is what I said a long time ago. Yeah, you ain't going to silence me. You're not going to silence me, your bully brigade, your sex trafficking, your prostitution online, your bullying, trolling behavior online. You're not going to go past me with it. I will go to the death to make sure that the world learns why. Why? When I say enough is enough, you kept going. You kept attacking. Then when you say enough is enough, you expect me to stop? Because you go around bullying so many peoples? You're going to strike their channels? You're a scumbag, Drycock. You're a scumbag, and I've wrapped you up in a silver fucking spoon on a silver platter to serve you up to the gold. Swear down now. I can see a lot of people getting compensated from that deadbeat's actions. I mean, Matrix on PC. This time last year, Matrix on PC was a sniveling mess, a suicidal dribble. Okay? God bless the dumbass devil fucking worshipping fuckwit. But anyways, yeah? Tim Draycott, you were paying the people that was attacking Matrix on PC. Tim Draycott, you are very, very well in with the group of people that was attacking Matrix on PC. And Tim, you were paying them. And Tim, you remember when Matrix first implied that he was suicidal? I told you, there's a fella that needs help. There's a fella that needs help. When I told you, yeah, you don't have to be living in your garage. You can go and live with the Matrix on PC. He needs help with his studio. So Tim Draycott, while you wasted your time thinking that you were coming to dominate and bully and rob me, I had you positioned and placed a long time before you even cottoned on to what the fuck was going on. You a dumb and ass criminal con man, and I can see that through your history. I've got videos of the condition of the tent the first day that you put it up. I've got fucking mental imagery of how you refused to allow me to help you put your tent up because you're taller than me. You're arguing and fighting against me. So you being a master marquee businessman, I can prove you're full of shit on everything that you've talked about. On everything, Drycock, I can tell you, you talk shit. And I can tell you, Tim Draycott, if you think that you can tell us online that you're not a predator, but yet you're bragging and proud that you fucked 4 women in the last year, and then your comeback is, and how many have you fucked, Steve? Yeah? I ain't fucked no women, not for more than 3.5 years. For nearly 4 years, I ain't fucked no woman. And I'm happy not fucking women. I don't need women to fuck. I need food. And Tim Draycott, you need a roof over your head, you dirty tramp. Living with your fucking wet wipe showers. Yep. No, Robert Lee. I don't want English government money. If I take English government money, then I'm somewhat working for the English government. Yeah? And no, I don't want to be representing England. I just want to live on job, yeah, somewhere where I can live and work, yeah, and happy days. That's all I've ever needed in my life. I don't need to get up in the morning and go to work. I need to wake up and, like, yeah, I'm at work. I know what needs to be doing. Hmm? I'm not one of these 9 till 5s. I never have been. As the workforces, you check out the factories and it's all machineries and computers. You go to a garage, mechanics, and it's all computers. It's like there's no more need for manual labor. Yeah. Construction, You go into construction, is, like, mate, the qualifications we need now, yeah, is like I have to go and get educated for everything. It's fucking crazy. I can work. It's fucking crazy. When he was up here from the first moment he arrived here, yeah, offloading his drugs, offloading his alcohol, offloading his gadgets, you know, what good is any of that for the mountain? Yeah. What good is any of that on the mountain? All the things that he brought here and left here, what good is any of that on the mountain? It's trash, it's rubbish. I have to be grateful for having to carry other people's rubbish, to be responsible for other people's pollution. I have to be grateful for that. I was fatigued and tired and dehydrated before he even arrived. And he put me into more fatigue and dehydrated and tiredness with his fucking perverted, sick carrying ons, while his friends spectate and laugh. Hey, Nostog. Yo, good morning, Bambi. I need food for about between 3 months and 6 months. That's what I need. I need enough food for about 3 months to 6 months. That's what I need. When I've got food for 3 months to 6 months within me, yeah, then I know I'm got the energy, the mental state to do anything, to walk 100 miles a day, no problem. But as it goes, I'm struggling to walk a mile. Just walking up here this morning. I mean, like, fucking hell. I barred. This time last year, I was carrying up 40 kilos of dog food and then walking straight back down, collect another 40 kilos of dog food, and then walk straight back down and collect another 40 kilos of dog food. And I piled them just there on that corner. Because I was bringing them up in stages. From there, it's reasonably flat to the rest of the house. So then taking them from there round to the house, it was a lot easier. Just get them up on the top of the hill and happy days. There you go, Robert Lee. Looks like our Bambi's fulfilling your wishes, Bo. You see, this time last year, yeah, this is what I reminded Cheeky Chops from when he came into chat the other day. It was around this time of year last year where people were jealous of this channel because, yeah, I did encourage the ladies. There was a safe place for the ladies. And yeah, there would be 40, 50 people in the chat listening to what the ladies have got to say. Hmm? The ladies ain't interested in me, boys. Yeah? And I ain't interested in the ladies. So when the ladies are communicating with me, them's here for you. Always has been like that. Always has been. I'm a connector. And like you'll see in certain circles that I disrupted, you'll see people that were not able to communicate with each other, but yet they're united because I upset both of them. And so they had to go together. They had to side together. You'll see that drone fella and the collective fella. You see how the two of them, best of pallies. Where did that happen? Where did that establish? Right on this channel. I like that statement. If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I don't hang around in the village. mm. I don't go to the cities. I'm not in the shopping mall. Yeah. I stay at home. But by staying at home, it's very lonely and isolating. Hey, Chris. Hi, boy. Well, it's this time of year where English start getting jealous of me again because I live without medication. I live in the sunshine, and I've got the love of beautiful dogs, loyalty. I've made a life being a tramp, and I've shown people exactly how easy it is to follow the path of what makes you happy. And I can promise you, I was never happy until I came to Spain. I did not know what happiness was until I arrived to Spain. I did not know what myself was until I came to Spain. I found myself here. I'm not going to lose myself by returning to the cold, wet, humid, damp streets of Bristol. And I'm not going to go back to the cold, damp humidity of Ireland either. Yo, Bambi.
What up, son? What up? What up? What up, room? How y'all doing? What time is it there?
Oh, is it 9 o'clock exactly here? And it will be 8 o'clock exactly in the UK. And what you got? Again, 2 o'clock.
2
You got
a.m.
2 a.m. Wow. You's up early again.
I, goddamn daylight savings times, dude. Okay, what time I woke up this morning would be the normal time I wake up. So, like, what would normally be almost 4 a.m. is now 2 a.m. So my sleep schedule's all fucked up, all messed up, because that stupid daylight
Wow.
savings crap. Yeah, because of daylight savings time, stupid bullshit. Turn the goddamn clocks back.
Now,
Yeah,
let me get this straight, right? Here in Spain, we change our clocks on the 29th of October. Yet yourselves in America change your clocks on the
like
4th
here.
of 4th of November, 5th of November.
Yeah, and then we do it again in the spring, in like
Ah,
April.
yeah,
Clocks
we do
fucking
that. Yeah, we do that 26th of June. No, 26th of March. Yeah, 26th of March.
I got sad
Yeah.
news, bro. You ready for it? My
Oh,
pound of weed will not be here. My weed will not be here till Thursday.
oh,
Devastating. So I think I got just enough to maybe make it till Thursday, but I'm not holding my breath. Sad deal. Sad deal.
wow. You buy
Right?
you buys it in a pound, do you? You get it in a
Yes.
but by the pound.
Yes, sir.
Wow,
Yes, sir.
that's that's nice. That's nice.
Well, you understand it cost me like $400. So I spend like $400 a month and get like a pound.
Okay.
But I make the money back. It's not like, God, I shouldn't. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about. It, but you know what I'm saying, right?
And
It's not.
yeah,
You follow me.
and there's 2 pounds to a kilo, isn't there? Or is there 2 kilos to a pound?
I don't know shit about kilos. All I know is that in a pound, I got 28 grams of weed. So you get 28 grams of weed per pound.
Really? No, you get 28 grams of weed per ounce. You get 28 grams per
Oh yeah,
ounce.
so it's 14. Was it 20, 14? Is it 14 ounces or 28 ounces per
Right.
pound?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's some
Right. Okay.
per pound. It's like ounces. It's like it'd be what 28 ounces, I think, per pound. So you get a
Mhm.
pound, I think, something like that. But anyways, I only spend like $400, so can't complain. Can't complain.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I don't know UK laddie, and I don't give a fuck if they don't like me hanging out with Steve. Steve's my boy. I don't give a fuck. I'm a mob tube. I don't give a shit if people on UK Cube hate me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I've had people warn me against Steve. I've had people warn me, God, watch out. Steve hates Americans. And I'm like, well, for somebody who hates Americans, she sure loves the fuck out of me.
Eh? Me
Yeah,
hating
yeah,
Americans?
yes. Add somebody leave
Huh?
a comment. Yes, add somebody leave a comment on one of my lives. And left a comment after the show saying, you gotta watch out for Steve. A year ago he was talking about how he hates Americans and blah blah blah. I'm like, good, I hate Englishmen, so it works out. He hates Americans, I hate English, so it works out. It's a perfect relationship.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. I have never heard that before. But thank
yeah.
you. Yeah.
He was
Wow.
like, I thought you
Wow.
get a kick out of that one. He was like, yeah, he was talking bad about Americans a year ago. And I'm like, so the fuck what? I don't like Englishmen, so what's your point? What's your point?
Wow. A year ago, I was saying I don't like British peoples. I don't like the British culture. Yeah. I don't think I've
Hey,
ever said I don't like Americans.
Hey, guess what?
I've said I don't I don't think there's anything in America that I need to be dedicating myself to go and viewing or exploring.
Yes,
Um,
that's my buddy.
I but
Dude, it's okay. Hey, Steve.
but I've changed my mind on that because if I ever was to go to America, yeah, I'd love to explore that the Mayan and the Aztec trails. Yeah, I'd love
Cultures and
to explore
communities, yeah.
Alaska. Yeah.
Dude, it's okay, Steve. I don't like Americans either, so it's okay. I hate Americans too, so it's all good. I don't like Americans either, so it all works out.
Yeah. And the truth be known, I don't like anybody. Yeah, I don't like any culture or any religion or stereotyping. Yeah, I like individuals.
Exactly. I like individuals. Individuals. What's up, Seth Squatch? What's up, my boy? How you doing? I'm just kicking it with
Well, you
Steve.
stepped
Seth came to kick it with us.
Nice, nice.
You know, I'm going to share and see how many other people can come. Will come kick it with us. Let's see. Let's see who wants to hang out. Dude, my people in my chat room love you, so they love the Steve. They think he's great.
You know, I'm
So
not
how
a bad person, yeah, but I do have a bad way of expressing and connecting. Yeah, if I don't like something, then it's all hell. Do you get me? Yeah, then there's nothing good. Yeah, it only takes one thing that I don't like, and I'd turn it into hell. You know, and it's the same with people's individuals. If there's something I don't like about somebody, then I make out that like they're the worst of the worst, and yeah, people don't like me. The man Chef Squash. He's blue, isn't he? Yo, Barefoot.
I don't know. I have to look. I don't know. I don't know if Seth is blue or not. I'd have to look. Let me look. No, Seth is not blue. He is not blue. No.
Okay. I'll be back. I'll have to go over to YouTube a minute. Yeah, there's a couple of people I see there now. My man Barefoot, long time.
Yeah, Barefoot's in here. Good morning, Barefoot. Good to see you. So I was just reading something on my phone. I'm watching this little feller Square like flip out on his community page. It's pretty funny. He's like typing all in caps. Fuck you. Hate all of you. It took $50 to block me. Oh, well, Square's going to be Square. Oh, not much, Seth. Just hanging out. I woke. Goddamn daylight savings time has me all fucked up. I fucking wake up at 1, 2 o'clock in the goddamn morning thinking it's 3, 4 o'clock, and it's not. So I'm all like fucked up. This goddamn daylight savings time's got my sleep schedule all screwed up. Which means that today, I'm probably going to go to bed at like fucking 5, 6 o'clock again. Because I'm all fucked up on my sleep schedule. I'm setting up my StreamYard right now for my live. We're reading a goddamn book today. That's what we're doing. Book. I'm going to read a book and like it. On this Mob Monday. Did I miss anything last night, Seth? Did I miss anything? I was just wondering. Steve dropped out, but he'll be back. He does that. I'm wearing a new shirt today. I'm not real sure how I feel about it. I don't know. I'm not real sure how I feel about this shirt. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know. I always had a thing for black. I always don't think I don't look good in black. All right, cool. Show me. Welcome back, Steve. Welcome back to your show.
Yo, thank you for still being here. Yeah,
of course.
I get cut out whenever I go over to YouTube to spanner somebody or to check out their thing or to pin a message. Yeah, I always get I always get cut off.
Right.
Is why is kind of essential to have a second device when doing these live streams. Yeah, having a second device, you can get away with yeah, doing
Yes.
extra stuff. Mm,
And I'm not doing nothing. I'm just setting up my live stream for today. Gonna read more of Latunza.
nice.
Gonna do more of
Oh,
Latunza from Monday.
what we got about 5 hours left of that book, is it, or what?
I believe so. Yes, I believe so. Well,
Yeah,
Seth,
nice.
the link's up there if you want to hit it. You can grab the link. Steve don't mind.
Hit it.
Steve loves company, don't you?
That's always welcomed on my panel. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody loves Seth. Such a great guy. Everybody loves him. He's got fitness over 60 all wound up.
More than a year ago, I came in contact with Seth from the Devo's Wheat Chronicles. Yeah, I
Yes, yeah, I didn't know
absolutely
you knew
love.
him.
Yeah, he's small channel, you know, like similar size to myself. Do you get me? Yeah, and it
Right.
was like, yeah, okay, cool. Do you get me? Yeah, but then all of a sudden, right, all those dramas started. Yeah. I had dramas in UK with Zara B and the fucking the likes, yeah. He had dramas with the Bird and the likes, do you get me? You know, and it's like,
I do.
whoa, do you
Yes.
get me? Anytime I go to his chat and it's all up in the air about Bird and it's all up in the air about this freaking Square, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake! Every time he comes to my chat, it's all up in the air about the people that I'm shouting about. It's like, I know nothing about these Birds and fucking Squares. Even to this day, I know nothing about them.
You don't want to know nothing, as almost says. You don't want to know nothing. You don't trust me. You're fucking Bird. Because Bird's a big fat hooker. That's all I can say. She's a big fat hooker.
Listen, Bambit, when they was all friends with Bird last year, yeah, it was like from the 420 groups, they was all saying, right, we're going over to Birds now, yeah. And it was like, I went over there once, and I swear down, I tuned in for about 10 minutes, and I said, nah, this is the same as fucking Zara B. This is an American version of Zara B, not for me.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how it was, you know?
Exactly. That's exactly how it was for me. See, my friends was like, oh, go over to Bird. She's a really nice lady. Check her out. And I was only in her chat room like once or twice. And I was like, nah, this chick's annoying. I can't listen to this. I mean, I love my buddies in the workyverse, but this bitch, nah, I gotta go. I got to go.
Actually, I even remember what she was doing on panel that grotesqued me. Yeah, she had one fella that was her boyfriend. Yeah, and then she was like being flirtatious with another fella, and they were almost like going to heads with each other. Do you get me? They were almost fighting. And it was
that's like, not good.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good at all. That's not good for anybody.
No, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
God damn it. I'm having issues with my thumbnail for today.
Yeah, see all that thumbnail and stuff like that. I don't have a clue about it. You know, like
it's difficult.
There's a lot that I don't do with the YouTube and the channel because like not having a computer to play around is like it's off-putting.
Right. I'm trying to. There we go. Fucking enlarge it. Monday. Save. Done. Okay, I think I got it. Now I gotta go upload it into my StreamYard because I gotta set up my live. Everybody's gonna think that I'm not going live. They're gonna be like, "No, there's no thumbnail," and I'll be like, I woke up late." Actually, I woke up way early. I just didn't set it up last night. I was so tired last night after talking about the catacombs. What do you think of the Paris catacombs, bro?
I don't know nothing about it. And last night when you were doing that live, I was sleeping. So I need to go and I need to go and sleep and pay attention. Like, what are catacombs?
6 million dead bodies are buried underground in in France, in Paris, and in
All
Italy.
right. Yeah.
They're called the catacombs.
Yeah,
Like,
I do know them. I
yeah,
do know
6
them.
million bodies. I have no
Okay.
desire to go there. Do you? I mean, I don't have a desire to be walk around dead
I have
things.
no desire to go there, but I do know a little something about it because I've got friends from France. Yeah, and people in France, they know exactly what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I see. I know me. No,
there's
I'm good.
there's a big plague. There was a big plague. Yeah, they wiped
Yeah,
out like almost half of France. Yeah, almost half the population. Because they couldn't, there wasn't the grounds within the city to bury people. Uh,
oh,
and I think they burned the corpses. The thing was airborne. The virus is airborne. Yeah, so they went
shit.
they went and built underground for them. They buried them
Oh,
underground. Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. That's something I want to go. I don't want to go to that place.
No, no, no. Too much death.
Why does
Too
everybody
much death.
say that? I'm not a goth. I'm not a goth. Just so you know, I'm not a goth. I'm a nut job. There's a difference. I'm a crazy person. I'm not a
Bambi,
goth. I'm a
Bambi.
crazy.
This Nostog, he's a troll. He's a bully.
Yeah,
Right?
I kind of figured that.
Yeah.
Another simp. Yeah, you're another simp. Hey,
This
Nas
time
Dog,
last year, he came.
why don't you
This
go
time
jump?
last year, he came specifically to this channel to attack people. Yeah, people that he had clocked on to, friends of his throughout YouTube were attacking this fellow called Matrix on PC. Nostog came directly over here to attack Matrix on PC. Matrix on PC last December was in hospital after a suicide attempt from social media effects, and yeah, since then, uh, yeah, who knows?
I'm just gonna say
Mm.
none of you motherfuckers are ever gonna cause me to try to kill myself. Just know that. Just know that that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Some idiot online who I don't fucking know is gonna cause me to go kill myself. I don't think so. If anything, I'm gonna make you kill yourself if I have my way. I mean, seriously, that's just the most fucked thing I've ever heard.
Yep.
And I don't put up
Yep.
with it. And Nas Dog, it sounds like you're a simp. You know,
Yep.
why don't you go jump? Do yourself a favor, go jump right there. There. Don't you have like a
Last
big
year,
pond? England, aren't you in England? Do you have a big pond you can jump in? There you go. Problem solved.
last year, when I first got introduced to this Nostog, like I said, he was doing that bully tactic with that fella, with that Matrix on PC, and yeah, when Nostog tried doing lives, he'd get maybe 2-3 people in on his channel, and all he was doing was playing fucking different video
Wow.
games.
He gets 2 or 3
Yeah,
people on the channel? 2 or 3
different
people?
video games.
Wow. I get hundreds. Wow. I'm
Yeah.
impressed. He gets 2 or 3 people. Wow.
He last
I
time
don't
to this
know. I
channel,
mean, I don't know
he
how
last
me
time
and
to this channel.
my hundreds of subs are ever going to compete with this guy. Him and his couple of people watching. Wow. Probably
Yeah.
sucks at video games too, I'm guessing, right? Probably one of those.
Yeah.
He thinks he's
Yeah.
good at video games, but not.
Well, I think it was a new toy, you know, like, or because his children are at school, you know, like he was there playing the video games. I don't know what it was, yeah, but he
Oh,
didn't look like somebody that was established. Yeah, he
instead
didn't
of
look like somebody that was
working a job.
established.
So let me get this straight. He was playing video games instead of working for a living. Wow, I'm impressed. And you want to talk about my looks, bitch? Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. Got time for that.
Yep. He's a bully boy. And he then built up his channel. He then built up his channel from clipping me. Yeah, he had about 40 clipped things of myself. About 3 weeks ago, he came onto YouTube saying he's seen something very grotesque, or he's seen enough on YouTube and he's out of here. And now yesterday or 2 days ago, I seen him coming back into YouTube, directly into me channel.
One of those. I'm leaving YouTube. I can't take it anymore. And then a couple of days later, they're right back on. They're running their bitch mouths. I know the type. So so is it a Tony Pizza? We got a Tony Pizza in here, do we? Fucking boom. We dealing with the Tony Pizza, are we?
Yeah. So when it comes to this year, and I says, "Hey, Nostog, after all your bullying, after I seen you bullying Shar and Joanne, after I seen you bullying Matrix on PC and other people's, and you think that you're going to target Miz," I says, "Geez, if I'm ever in the UK, I'd bare knuckle box you. I've won already. I've won already just because I can read through you and I can see your weaknesses. I can see that you're an attention-seeking bully. Yeah." You were bullied as a child. You thought you were going to be a big bad fucking gangster, but instead you're a daddy. So
Thought he was
continue
gonna be
being a
a
daddy. You simp. You softy.
He thought he was gonna be a gangster. Damn, that's bad. When you think you're gonna be a gangster and end up a loser, that's not
We
good
all watched
aspect.
The Godfather and Goodfellas and wanted to be Al Capone. We all grew up wanting to be Al Capone. Do you get me?
Yeah, you know what happened? You know what happens to Al Capone, right? He dies alone of
Yeah.
syphilis and crazy. You
Yeah,
know what happens,
exactly.
right? He ends up dying alone in prison, missing half his fucking jaw. Yeah, glamorous life, the mob life, real glamorous. Yeah, real
Right.
glamorous.
And this is where I make joke on all these gangsters and all these mobsters, yeah? You gotta be in with the police, you gotta have your solicitors, you gotta have your judges, you gotta have your doctors, yeah? You gotta have these people, which makes you a fucking government possession, yeah? Every gang on this planet is a government possession. You're a representative of the governments. That's all you are. Any gang on this planet. And that's why I'm a member of none. And master of all.
I'm a member of the Bambi Palermo family. That's what I'm a member of. The Bambi Palermo YouTube crime family. That's what I'm a member of.
Yeah. Yeah. Since tuning in to MRE and Edwin's and your channel, I get a lot of gangster, mobster videos coming up to be to view. So yeah, I've started paying attention to those things, you know. But like when I growing up, all that gang stuff, you know, is like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with that. Don't want nothing to do with that.
Right.
And now I find it for entertainment. And I'll tell you why I find it for entertainment now, Bambip, yeah? Because it's real life drama. Yeah, it's real life drama. It's not all this snitching, bitching on people on YouTube. Yeah, it's like the history. It's real drama. You know, it's what it's what we should be learning from. If you're gonna be a gangster, expect to be a police informer. If you're gonna be a successful drug dealer, expect to be in the police pocket. Yeah, expect to be working for the police, because there are no drugs coming into your city without the police knowing about it.
Yeah, I don't. I try to show people in my genre. I try to bring the negative side of the mob, not the glamour, the negative side. Like, you know, I tell the story about my mom. She ran from my dad, who was a half-ass wise guy. He used to beat her. Like when I was a baby, she fucking ran. When he went to federal prison, she took me and came to Iowa. She's like, I'm out. I'm fucking out. And you know, and I try to express that. Like the mob life ain't the life. It ain't all glitz and glamour. There's real damage and real heartache and real pain that like a lot of these families get destroyed all because the gangster dad is selfish because he's a selfish cocksucker, you know. He doesn't think
my mother went from one hard man to the next hard man, yeah, and I swear down now, yeah, it was almost like she went from the London hard man to the Bristol hard man to the fucking Avon hard man, yeah, to the fucking, you know, and she went going from these hard men, yeah, and they were all like plastic gangsters. And my mum done the same. When my dad went to prison, she ran, yeah, and it took my dad 10 years to find me and his and my sister. It took him 10 years to find us.
Not me. I was lucky. My mom, in '83, they finally made my biological dad sign the adoption papers, so the guy I call my dad could adopt me and I could live happily ever after. You know, I didn't really know my biological dad. I don't want to know him. I mean, he's dead now. He died, but he wasn't a good person. Drug addict, fucking alcoholic, fucking just not a good motherfucking guy. Just not a good person. And I try to like bring that to the mob genre that I'm in. I try to tell people, you know, John Gotti ain't to be worshipped. You should look at the life of John Gotti and frown and go, God, what a horrible guy. He fucking hurt people.
Great point,
he killed, he destroyed.
Great point, Bambi.
You
I
know,
was what, 9 or 10. I was 9 or 10 when I met my dad, right, Bambip, and I moved in with him maybe like 6 months after. Okay, after meeting him, right, and within about a year, we had 50 fucking armed police coming into my dad's house. 50 armed police. That's what it was
wait,
like growing up with my dad. Yeah, and that was regular. Yeah, we had that a couple of times in England, and we had it over in Ireland. Yeah, armed police kicking in the fucking doors, pointing guns at me when I was a fucking kid for my dad's doings. Do you get me? Yeah. And my mum says like that those things were going on when we were babies. You get me?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I'll put in perspective of you UK people. The Crays were not good people. They were not good
Nope.
guys. The Cray
Scumbags.
brothers are not to be revered and celebrated. They were bad people
Yep.
that hurt a
Scumbags.
lot of people.
Hmm? Yeah.
Yeah,
They did.
and that's what I try to express to like the mob genre is, you got a lot of fanboys, and it's like, no, you don't understand. The mafia is not a good thing. It's not, it's not glamorous. It's not a good thing. It's not good. You know. Hey, what's up, pork chops?
Yo, pork chops. Good morning.
I didn't know you
Hey,
have
cheeky
kids.
chop.
You have kids?
I'm apparently a father. Apparently, I'm
I
a
didn't know
father.
that.
Yep. Yep.
I didn't know you had kids.
No,
Since when? Since
okay.
when?
I walk right then. My eldest is 21,
Okay.
going on 22. My
Oh,
youngest is 14, right? I
oh,
have communications with both of them. They have
nice.
communications with each other. They live in different countries and they have different
Oh
mothers.
yeah.
Now,
Oh yeah. You talked to me about that because you
now
said
the
you'd love
eldest,
to have them up there and hang out with you. That's right. That's right. We talked about
yeah,
this. I'm
and
sorry.
they want to be here. And they want to be here. But yeah, you got the 1-year-old. He's too young to leave his mother's side. And the eldest one, he's committed to his mother as she's terminally ill.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
So out of respects, yeah. I mean, like for myself, I
Right.
done a good thing. I done a good thing from doing a bad thing. Yeah, I was going in and out of prison, right? I was going in and out of prison, so that was no good for my son. I was fighting a lot. I was fighting the system. Yeah? The police had no control over me whatsoever. Yeah, I was encouraging the party. I was encouraging the ecstasy. The people party, party, party. We were taking over. Yeah, and I was a target because I was one of the ones that would go to work, rent the houses, have the parties, put down the collateral for people to have their music systems, put down the collateral for people to be doing things, making sure that everything was there for when I come home from the fishing boats. Yeah. Now, when you're a target, when you're going to jail for 0.01 grams, yeah, your first time in jail, you're going to jail for everything. Yeah, whether you're innocent or guilty, yeah, you're going to jail for being on remand. Yeah, you're going in jail for being in contempt of court. So for me,
Right.
being in a small community, trying to be the father, yeah, whereas he's like, hang on a minute, am I going to be the father of my son, or am I going to be a part-time daddy? Do you know what? Yeah, I'd much rather you be happy getting on with your fucking life. Yeah, I don't want to fight with you, and I don't want to fight with your family and friends. Right? I'm the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm out of there. And so I got out of there. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be in fucking my son following in my footsteps. Having a reputation. Rather than that, I left before before I had such a bad reputation. I left. Yeah, before I went in trouble for stupid things, I left. Yeah, and my
So
son's
you
got a
weren't
good
ready to change.
and my son's got a good clean upbringing with his mother and her influences. He's
So you
got
weren't ready to
he's got
change.
ground. Yeah,
So you
okay.
weren't
I
ready to
wanted to
change.
change.
You weren't ready to
I
change.
I,
So you
I
just left.
yes, I
Okay.
changed for the better. Yeah, I changed for the better. Changed the surroundings, changed the interests, changed the influences. I changed. Yeah, changed my attitude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I changed from being in comfort zone where I was like one of the made men to like I'm a hobo. Yeah, I'm nothing. I'm nobody. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, I want the best for my boys. Yeah, and I want to be strong for my boys. Yeah. Unfortunately, when I got to the UK, there was like I fell into free party in the festival circuit, and there's a lot of love. And there's one young, there's one. She jumps on me. She says she's all over me. Happy days, yeah. As I says to her, listen, yeah. Like, it's the end of the festival season. What do you say? Like, we settle down together. We try being a couple or what? She says, no, no, no. You're just fun. Yeah, you're just exercise. All right, so I'm out of there. Bye bye. Yeah, I don't. Like, I'm not being used. Next thing you know, she says a couple of months later, she's back in Bristol. She says she's pregnant. I'm not gonna get back with her just because she says she's pregnant. Knowing that she was floating around with different men and groups of men, I'm not so gullible to think that that's my boy. Do you get me? Yeah, and I'm not going to stick in around like being a second fucking being an emergency babysitter. I'll be a full-time daddy, or I'm nothing. If I'm a full-time daddy, that gives you your freedom. But by giving you your freedom, yeah, it means that you don't claim social benefits, you don't claim social housing, because you're not being a mother. Yeah, I'll be the full-time father. No, you don't want that? Okay, fine. You want to be the full-time mother? You want to do the partying? You want to go in and out of different relationships? That's your choice. I'm having nothing to do with this. And so my sons, they grow up knowing that daddy may not be around, but daddy loves them. Daddy loves their mummies. Daddy loves their family and friends, and daddy's welcomed.
Sorry, I'm not trying to get off topic. So there is an 8-day rave. Are you fucking serious? That is crazy. In 2002, a rave for 8 days. Damn. That's one hell of a party. 8 days.
Yeah, my dear, we'd be raving 24/7, 365 days of the year in Ireland. Yeah, us and our house parties, we were all day, every day party.
Damn, that's crazy. 8 days. There was an 8-day rave. That is crazy. I could not imagine like an 8-day like rave for a week straight. That is crazy. Damn. Yeah, I bet you got tinnitus. That sucks. I got tinnitus too, so I understand how you feel. That shit sucks. Sounds like you got like crickets or locusts in your ears all the time. Sounds like it's nighttime inside your ears all the time, is what tinnitus sounds like. And the way they correct tinnitus is with white noise. They put like a hearing aid inside your ear, and it sounds like white noise. That's the only way they drown it out. So they use other noise to drown out the locust sound inside your ears. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Damn, that's wow. Yeah, I have tinnitus and it sucks. So I feel for you. I feel for you. No, that UK laddie was talking about an 8-day rave in 2022 in, what would you say, in Stewart Beach rave in 2002. He said it was like for 8 days. That's crazy. Damn.
Yeah. Like I said,
I was
growing up in Ireland, we had a life like that 365 days a year. We had a life like that 365 days a year. Coming to Bristol after I left Ireland, it was exactly the same. 3 parties and festival, 365 days of the year. Party environment, you know.
You know a lot about the NRA?
I don't know nothing about the RA. Nothing about it.
Well, then fuck you then. I can't have you on my show to talk about it then. Because some of my friends we were talking about, because see, as an American, I was under the impression that the NRA were the good guys, right? They're the good guys. They're fighting the English, get them the fuck out of our country. Like I said, as an American, that's how our people interpret it, that they're the good guys. Well, then the other day I was in my chat room and some of my guys from Northern Ireland were like, no, they're the bad guys, depending on where you're at. And I'm like, but I thought they were the good guys. What the fuck? I thought they were the ones trying to get the English out. I'm all confused. I have no idea. I thought the NRA was the good guys. But then I got my people in Ireland saying, no, they're not the good guys. And I'm like, what?
Let me tell you what I know. From living in Ireland, okay, it is common knowledge that the real Irish, the Republican Irish, they are the Republic of Ireland. Now, what you've got Cork and Kerry. Yeah, they're the most active throughout history for defending Northern Ireland, okay, against the British. Yeah.
Are they like, they're like, are they like an army, or are they like the guerrilla army? official? What
So
are
what
they?
you've got, yeah, is Northern Ireland is at the very, very top, and you've got Cork and Kerry, which is down the very, very bottom. Okay, and what you've got there is like you've got the people down the far south that have absolutely nothing to do with Britain, but then you've got the far north that is like a stone's throw away from Britain. Okay, so
Does
you've
England
got the
still own
Northern
that?
Irish that are there living under English rule because they have no choice.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I
they
thought.
have no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do have a choice. Yeah, they have a choice: fight and die. Yeah, against the greater fucking force, the British, or just allow it. Yeah, and that's more of what's happening. Yeah, is a lot more of like now we live here, we allow it. Yeah, and
So does,
the
England
rest of the
still
country
own?
saying no, that's our
So does
fucking land.
England,
That ain't British land.
so does England still own part of Ireland still today, or no? Is that still?
I think in paper they do. Yeah, I think in mind they do, but they'll never own Ireland. They'll
I
never
just
own
know,
Ireland.
like, I just remember in the 80s and 90s, there was a lot of fighting. The IRA was a big deal. Like, I remember hearing on the news here in America about, the fighting over there in England or over there at the IRA. And, and like I said, as an American, I was always brought up with our news and propaganda that the IRA is the good guys. They're the ones fighting to get the English out. They're the ones for the Irish people. And then the other day, like I said, the other day, I'm being told, well, no, they're the bad guys. Depends on who you are because they're Protestant and Catholic. And I'm just
Exactly.
like, that's a lot. That's
Exactly.
too much for me to take in.
It
That's too
depends
much.
on what side. Exactly. Depends on what side you're looking at. Depends on
I
what
didn't even know it
education
was
you're.
about religion.
I mean,
I didn't even know it was about religion. I thought it was about freedom.
because of the news of the 80s and the 90s, yeah? Because of the news of the 80s and the 90s, all that we were learning was the IRA are blowing up London. The IRA are blowing up London. The IRA have set up another fucking explosion in London. The IRA is blowing up. This is all we kept hearing in the 80s and 90s. But what we actually learn now is, hang on a minute, the IRA was anti-drugs. Anti-drugs. Yeah? The IRA was. So since the establishment of IRA, yeah, you could almost say, well, the IRA were saying, fuck off, you junkies. You're not coming into Ireland. Fuck
Steve,
off with your drugs. You're not coming into Ireland. That
There's
was
nothing wrong.
one aspect. That was one aspect of the IRA. Yeah.
Gotcha. So they were the good
Well,
guys. So they were the good guys.
okay, so
This is-
there's good and there's bad. Yeah, I mean, like if you're sat in London, yeah, and you go to the pub and you go and you're one of the survivors of 50 people that have just been blown to fucking smithereens. I mean, like, yeah, you're a survivor. Yeah, you're gonna be saying them Irish bastards with their fucking IRA bombs. Do you get me? Yeah.
Yeah. But why
Yeah.
so did they bomb cafes and shit in London? Like I said, I don't know much about
Oh
this.
yes.
So did they
Oh
bomb?
yes.
Why?
Oh
Why would they hurt
yes.
civilians?
Oh yes.
Go after the military. So then they are kind of the bad
Mu-
guys. They didn't go after the military. They were going after civilians. That's not cool. That's not very good.
Right, but this is right. So this is where some people will say, the IRA are good for what they've done, and some people will say they're bad for what they've done because everybody's getting a mixed message. Yeah, right. If you have a look at the bars that they were attacking, it was like solicitors, politicians, militaries.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If it was
They
a
got
well-known, if it was a known fucking craze fucking bar, yeah, they'd more than likely blow up the craze bar because they were crazed,
Really?
because they were rapists and fucking wrong-uns. Do you get me? Yeah. So,
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
right.
I'm so
Right.
glad I came on because I wanted to talk to you about that. Like the day we were talking on it in my chat room, I was like, "Where's Steve? He's from Ireland. He could tell me." But you weren't on. I was like, "Because then I
I'm
messaged
not
you.
from
And I was like,
Ireland.
"Oh,
If
I know you live there.
I'm not
You
from
live there.
Ireland, Bambit.
No,
Bambit,
but
I'm
you
not
live
from
there.
Ireland. I live there. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
live
know.
there.
But
Yeah.
that's what I
My
mean. That you live there.
my father was made disabled. My father was made disabled in Bristol. And because he was then in fear from being a fucking biker, gangster fella, yeah, from then being in fear because he's now disabled, yeah, he had to get the fuck out of England. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
had
I
done
know.
a lot of bad in England. Yeah. And the rest of the fucking nationalities that are, like holding England responsible. My father was one of them persons that had to get the fuck out of England. And because
And how do you feel
he's a
about that?
racist, dumbass motherfucker, he went
Okay.
over to Ireland. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He disrupted my life and took me, kidnapped me and my sister. Yeah. And took us over to Ireland.
I would
That's what my father.
your dad. So your dad was a English gangster. I would say was that term appropriate?
Right. My father kept telling me he was Hell's Angels. Yeah. When I met Hell's Angels, they kept telling me my father was not a Hell's Angel. Even my uncle told me there is no way your father was Hell's Angel. Yeah.
Then what the hell
My
is he?
uncle's, but he was a biker. Yeah. He was a biker. Definite.
Okay. Dude, I might have to have you on my show to talk about that sometime if you want. Talk about because I always cover American gangsters. I never really, I mean, I'm trying to touch some foreign gangsters. Like I'm going to talk about the Lion Clan. It is my buddy told me you should cover them on one of your Mondays.
Mhm.
So I'm going to talk about the Lion Clan there in Scotland. Are they Scottish? The Scottish gangsters, the Lions. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. How
So
about the gangsters within the
gonna do a
royal
cast.
family? Bambip, how about the gangsters in the royal family?
I don't know anything about that.
Ah, do you get me? Right? I can point out a few gangster fucking connections within the royal family, and I can connect mafias and gangsters with the English royal family.
Dude, I would love to have you on. We should do I want to
Just
have you
by
on.
speculation,
Talk about this.
just by speculation of their investments and their businesses, I can assure you, if you paid attention to their things, you would make huge busts. And this is what I says about Nick Williams, the fella that brought me to YouTube. Yeah, he's investigating missing people and missing unsolved murder cases and missing people. Right now, him and you could work together to resolve or to come to a clear understanding from your university degrees, your criminology and stuff.
Yeah,
And
but
this is why I said to Brooke, right? People like yourselves, you could be doing good and resolving what other people are working on. Do you get me? Yeah. But
I'm not very good. I don't know. I'm not
please,
very good
yeah.
at profile.
That fella that fucking brought me to YouTube, he's a nut job. He's a psycho. Stay fucking clear of him. Yeah. I mean, like, just because you talk with me, he's going to be accusing you of being one of my fucking gang leaders or associates for,
Yes.
in
Well,
kidnappings and murder.
sweetheart, I am the queen of MobTube. I am the queen of MobTube. So hey,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
mean it.
Yeah.
I am the queen of MobTube. I am the godmother
Okay.
of Mob. I am the godmother after. I am the godmother
Yeah.
after all.
Yeah.
I have the biggest follow through in MobTube. I'll pull up. I commit internet crimes. I pull up.
See that what Blackwatch is saying there about wearing Hell's Angel patches when you're not Hell's Angel, right? I can show you like nearly every city in England, and you have got fake Hell's Angels. You have got people walking around with Hell's Angel jackets, and they are not Hell's Angels. I can show you. Yeah, I've seen it.
Dude, the guy I've been talking about, the guy we talk about in my genre, Chicago Muscle, he woes around pretending he's a Hell's Angel. He's gonna get his ass killed, is what's gonna happen. You can't claim that shit. There's always repercussions. You can't claim Hell's Angels and not expect to get your ass kicked when you're not one. I mean,
that's right.
I've seen these guys will cut tattoos off mofos. They will cut your tattoo off you. I mean, brutal mofos. Brutal. I mean, I'll deal with gangsters any day of the week, but motorcycle club guys, they put me on edge. They make me nervous. Honestly, they make me anxious. Just because they're so hardcore, you know what I'm saying? I mean, puts me on notice. I'm around guys in biker clubs. It makes me nervous. Same with cartels. Like I don't deal with if you're in a cartel, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want to know you. I don't want to talk to you. Same with that fucking
Yeah,
MS-13 gang. I don't want nothing to do with
yeah,
any of those people because they're
yeah.
scary. They're scary motherfuckers. Scary.
Bambit, Bambit.
Like
There was a
give me a
big
12.
rave scene. There was a big rave scene and free party scene in Bristol, right? Well, there was a
Yeah.
lot of party scenes, rave scenes in Bristol. Now,
Is that
one
in
of them that
England?
I cottoned on to,
Is
one
that
of
in
them that
England?
one group that I partied with, yeah, they started promoting Hell's Angel pubs, right? Now, when they started promoting these Hell's Angel pubs, I walked away from that party crew. Every last motherfucking one of them, yeah? And they could not understand why, yeah? They couldn't understand why I walked away from them.
Because it's fucking brutal, unpredictable, brutal, and scary. That's why. I mean,
Right,
straight up.
right.
Am I wrong? I
You
mean,
could go to Bristol. You could go to Bristol, yeah? And I can sit with the bikers. I can sit with every nationality that is in Bristol, right?
where's
But I have
Bristol?
choice. Bristol is in the southwest of England.
Okay, so England. All right, thank you. All right,
Yeah, right. So
that's good.
that city is like my second home. Okay,
So
that city is my second home.
is there a big
My
biker
first home was
community
being
in England? Is there a big
say again.
biker? I know I
Yeah,
know there's a big biker
yeah,
community. I know that Hells Angels are everywhere, but there a large biker community there in England? I
yeah,
mean, is it
yeah,
really? Really?
yeah. But in
I
the
know that.
80s, in the 80s, in the 70s, 80s, in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, there was Hell's Angels. Yeah, yeah, Hell's Angels. Okay, ex-military. You had to be ex-military. Do you get me? To be a Hell's Angel, you had to be ex-military. All of a sudden,
That's
yeah, you got Hell's Angels. They've never done any fucking military training. They're Christians. They're fucking doctors. They're solicitors. Yeah, but they're wearing MC fucking patches. Yeah, they're
yeah.
wearing the fucking Hell's Angels patches. Yeah, you know, they get away with it because it's MC, right? MC, the motorcycle club. Yeah, motorcycle chapters. Yeah, but they are
Yeah.
still wearing the wings, right? They are still wearing the wings, and they're still, a lot of them would still have the HA fucking and
That's
the MCs,
no,
right?
no.
They'll have the skulls, they'll have the skull and the wings, you know, like yeah. And it's like for me, I can see that they're fakes. Do you get me? Yeah, I can see because you know, like for starters, Hell's Angels have a no drugs policy. Yeah, no class A drugs policy. No
What the fuck you
cocaine, no
on?
crack, no
Hold
fucking
on.
no smack.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. What the fuck you on about? The fucking Hells Angels here in America, where they were established, is known for running amphetamines and drugs. They're all about that shit. They're
Right.
all about
Okay,
that shit.
move it for
Here,
business.
they're all
Move it
about
for
it.
business. Move it for business. Yes. Move it for business.
Oh,
Yes.
you mean
To be
using? You mean
consuming.
using?
To be consuming. Nope. To be
Gotcha.
consuming smack and crack intravenously and stuff like that.
Okay.
Nope. 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 No.
Okay. I was gonna
That's
say those
policy.
motherfuckers are all about drugs. I was gonna say, what are you
Right.
talking about? They're all about drugs. That's how they built
Okay.
their empire
Right. So
on the
So
backs of
what I
drugs.
see then, yeah, is people's, yeah, because you've got the HA, which is a force, yeah, they're ex-military, right? They've got all the military training, they've got all the military technology. They're the ones that were responsible for the distribution and the smuggling, trafficking years ago, yeah. But now all of a sudden they need a cover, so they don't really care so much about these fake bikers, yeah. Wear our patches, do you get me? Yeah, represent, yeah, make us look bigger. Hmm? You get me?
Is raves a big thing there in England? Because UK Laddie keeps bringing up all these different raves. Is that like a big part of your culture? Is raving there in England? I mean, it's
Yeah, free party, nightclubs, and raving. Yep.
no, it's not.
Everybody's a DJ in England.
No, it's
Everybody is a DJ in England. Yeah. From the
really,
moment you're like 3 years of age, you're given friggin' decks in England.
really.
Yeah.
Wow. I
That's
didn't.
yeah, microphone decks or a fucking set of drums or a guitar. Yeah, that's how life is. Everybody's gonna be a DJ in England. That's how
Gotcha.
life got. That's how life got. Yeah, that was one of the most boring, sickening things. Yeah, that I experienced when in UK. Yeah, everybody was a DJ or an MC. It was disgusting. Mm,
That is true, Black. Yeah,
Everybody
it
was
was
spitting lyrics.
World War II vets. World War II vets coming back from World War II started the whole Hells Angels thing. Yep, in California. Yep. Started out as a decent like get together for a bunch of guys to get together, and then it turned into this criminal organization.
Bambit, my last jail sentence, yeah. Now you've seen my piercings, you've seen me tattoos, yeah. Now for me, I always used to wear military boots, and this is quite a bit of a signature for like nomadics, like
Oh
ravers
yeah,
and bikers, yeah, and skinheads and fucking punks, right? So a lot of people we wear military boots. So when I walk into jail and I'm wearing my military boots, yeah. And people were like, oh, like he's in for rioting, oh, like singled me off, like blah blah blah. Yeah, I was cool. But when I got sentenced and I'm still wearing my boots around the jail, yeah, and there was this biker group, right? There's 18 members in this particular group, okay, and
okay.
they're all done for serious charges like manslaughter, murder in the first, murder in the second, okay,
Right.
like yeah, bad crimes, but not the worst of crimes. Okay, but like you got to be a violent person. When I walked in that jail and they tried recruiting me just because I'd been in for fighting with the police for rioting, yeah, they'd sat and watched me on TV. They'd read the newspaper reports, and they said, "Listen, yeah, you look like a biker, you act like a fucking biker, you walk with us, you know."
Right. I hear that, laddie, man. I'm too old. My partying days are long over. I am too old. Weed. Weed is about as down as I get. Weed. Party with the weed. That's about as wild as I get. But I was never a big partier, anyways. I was never really. I mean, I was wild, but not wild. I was still reserved when I was wild. I guess
Yeah.
more crazy
Okay.
online than I was in real life.
Right, I have somebody in the chat here who is playing to be somebody else. Okay,
Okay.
there's somebody in the chat there that is pretending to be somebody else. This person, I've had text message after text message to say that's not me in your chat. That's not me in your chat. Well, okay, thank you very much. I was going to ask, but I
I
don't
don't.
need to ask now because I've been told.
The only person in chat that I know is Pork Chops. He's the only one I know. And I know
Oh, you
T1,
don't
sort
know
of.
what?
I kind of know T1,
Black
sort
what?
of.
Yeah, T1. Yeah, he's been
I know
over to your
T1.
chat, I think.
And I think I know Black Witch too. I think I've a Black Watch. I think I've seen them in here a couple of times. But like anybody
Yep.
else, I don't really recognize.
Yeah, you knows Black Watch. Robert Lee, you knows. Robert Lee, you knows. Yeah, Robert
Yeah, I
Lee's
know
been to your
Robert
chat.
Lee. Yeah, I know Robert Lee. He's a good guy. I like Robert. Good fella.
Yep. Right, Bambip. Okay. Now, what was it? The month of June. In the month of June, okay, the house owners came over for 5 nights. Okay, so
Right.
I wasn't on. I wasn't doing my YouTube. Okay, I wasn't doing my YouTube. Now for the build up to June, I had the honors of Canadian and American peoples coming over to my channel. Yeah, there was a group of them. If I named them, you'd recognize a couple of them, right? But
Yeah.
anyways, they came over to me channel. They took over me panel, in their numbers. Yeah, it wasn't just one of them. There was 5 of them. Okay, and they came over, and in the 5 days that I was not online, yeah, there was a disturbance between them and people in me chat, and it followed over to their channels. When I came back after my 5 days, yeah, I came back to a complete fucking argument that I knew nothing about. I was completely innocent to, but yet I
Right.
was the fallback. Everybody fell out with me. Yeah. The 5 people from the Americas, yeah, they came over, fucking attacking me. I go over to their channel, they fucking time me out, block me, so I unsubscribe. Yeah, I unsubscribe from them. Simple as. And then they start crying at me because I've unsubscribed from them. But like, if you're gonna start an argument with my people and you're not gonna understand you've been provoked by an antagonizer, yeah, and they're antagonizing and they're attacking my people, and now you've fallen into attacking my people from the work of the antagonizer, you're the fool, and you'll learn the hard ways. And yeah. that might be that might be how you
Right?
got a message. I've said I don't like Americans, but for me, I like
No, I
Americans.
don't
I've
know.
had an American girlfriend.
Let me tell you what it was. It was one of your enemies. It was one of your enemies
Oh yeah.
because he was like it was. I think it was that Tim Adventures with Tim or whatever that
Oh
guy. That guy.
yeah. Okay.
He left me a message. I think it was him. And it was just I recognized the name because you talked about him. And they were like,
Hmm.
a year ago he talks about Americans. Don't be fooled. He doesn't like Americans. And I'm like, I don't care if he doesn't like me. He likes me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck America. I don't like Americans. So
Yep.
I mean, it works out.
That
I don't like
person
Americans either.
that person you've mentioned, he goes around to everybody that I'm subscribed to, everybody that comes to my
Right?
channel. He clicks onto them and he pollutes their channel with messages about me. That's what he does. Yeah, I mean, that's what he's been doing from day one since I outed him as a sexual predator, as a
No.
control freak, as a bully, as a recovering drug addict living on free money, suing in like innocent individual peoples, attacking peoples, paying bullies to attack victims or to create victims. And since I outed him, yeah, he goes around every channel that I'm associated with and he tries painting a picture,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
good.
I just said, well, that's on him. He likes me, and I don't give a fuck. It's like I don't like Americans either. So hey, that's why we get along.
Mm. For
I don't
me
like
in
Americans.
life, I've grown to like nothing. Yeah. If you says you're from there, I don't like there. Why? Because it's not here. Yeah. I like where I'm at and I like the
Do you
people
think?
that I like.
Do
Mm?
you think I expect all you guys in the UK and around the world to like America? I don't like America. America's evil. Like the people have turned so bad and so evil. Like America's Babylon, motherfuckers. We're Babylon, and we're
Mm.
not getting better. We're getting worse. And you all from other countries can see it. You see it. You see how bad America is. So if you guys sit there and talk shit about America, good for you. It's not a good place. America's evil, and it ain't. Our government's fucked up. Our the people are selfish and fucked up. It's not good. It's not a good place. But we're out, and people say, "Well, leave." Where would I go? It's my home. I'm an American. Where am I gonna go? Fucking go. Where else am I gonna go? Just like
The
you
British say
in
the same.
where the fuck you guys gonna
Yeah.
go? That's your home. Where are you gonna go? I mean, there is no place to go. I'm home. It's just right now my home sucks. My
Yep.
home sucks.
Listen,
Government sucks.
listen to a lot of the channels that I be listening to. Yeah, they're all anti-government, they're all anti-establishment, but they're living in government housing, getting paid by the government. Yeah, and
I'm
why
not
are they
anti
living in
government.
government housing with government
I'm not,
payments? Because they've got nothing else.
don't get
They
me
won't
wrong.
go anywhere else.
I'm not anti government. I'm not anti establishment because you need laws and boundaries. You need a government to rule the people. You need somebody in charge to rule the masses. That's just the way of law of nature. Somebody has to be in charge to lead the masses and to lead people in the right direction. The problem is there's so many people not leading in the right direction that they're leading in the wrong. And we got what's going on today with everything being so screwed up. And I'm sure it's not just my country. I'm sure this shit's happening all over the world. It's
Every
not just
country,
it's not,
all over the world.
hey Sly. Good morning, girlfriend. What you doing, Sly? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you.
Yo, Sly,
But yeah, it's not
welcome.
just my country. So it's like when I hear people talk shit about America, it's like, yeah, I fucking hate America too. Congratulations. We're glad you don't have to live in it. We're glad you don't live in it. We're glad you don't live here where the government's so fucked up they can't even decide who's going to be Speaker of the House. My government's so fucked up that you have a guy that has 317 felony indictments. He's found guilty of one of these charges. It's life for this motherfucker, life. And this dude thinks he's going to be president. And I have people in my chat room thinking he's going to be president. And it's like, he's going to trial. What is wrong with you motherfuckers? He's going to trial. How can
Right,
he
but
be president?
Bambip, he'll become president on one grounds. Yeah, he's familiarized himself with all the criminals, with all the outlaws. Yeah, and this is one thing that social platform, social media is responsible for. Yeah, familiarizing the worst of the worst Yeah, and the worst of the worst are the protected and the most successful. Okay, if you look at the criminal world, the criminals are more protected than you and your family. They
Yeah.
get more
You know, and I'm
care.
not trying to get on.
They get paid. They
I'm
get
not trying
justice
to.
for their actions. Whereas you have to work 24/7 to sponsor your family. Yeah, but if you was a criminal, you go to jail. Happy days. You're catered for. Your children are catered for. Happy days. Do you get me? And
Yeah.
so this is what's happening with America, with this Trump fella, yeah? With him being a criminal, he can connect with the masses that don't vote. Now all of a sudden, the people that don't vote will start voting and they will vote for the criminal
Well, no, I get
because
that. I
he
get that. What I'm saying is he's going to go to trial, and when he's found guilty, because he is going to be found guilty, when he's found guilty, how the fuck can he be president? How can he even run for president? He's got 317 federal indictment charges, and he's going to run for. You see where I'm coming from? I mean, it makes no sense.
yeah,
That's my
yep,
country. That's the country I live in right now. And it's a scary place. So if you guys talk shit about America, I get it. America's a scary place. It's fucked. America's fucked. And I can say that because I live in it. It's a fucked up place. The people are fucked up and selfish. The government's fucked up. It's just messed up. But, you know, there's nothing I can do about it except just live day to day, you know, see what happens in the end. But I'll tell you what, though, keep watching. It's going to be one hell of a fucking show. Tell you what, it's one hell of a show.
exactly. And that's what it is, Bambip. It's entertainment. Yeah, it's entertainment
I'm
for the
not
businesses,
entertained.
entertainment
Dude,
for
I'm not entertained.
politicians, for the religion budget bosses. Have a look. Wow,
I'm not
wow, big
entertained.
military. There's a big military fucking convoy right there. Fucking hell. That's my first military witness in Spain. I've never
Really?
seen a military convoy before.
Wow.
Ever. In Spain, I've been here 9 years, my dear. I've never seen a military convoy before.
Weird. What do you think is going on?
I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Yeah. I've been
Okay,
seeing
well, I
this
know.
for most of my life. Yeah. It's a control. You fall into place or you get controlled. Yeah. Speaking with the elders, speaking with the old people, they will say to you, Steve, you'll see people suffering. And when you see people suffering, there's war coming. When you see people suffering all over the world, there's war coming. We're moments, yeah, we're seconds away from world war. We're seconds away from being like totally like wiped out.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know, UK,
China.
if you're talking about Trump being a psychopath or if you're talking about Zara B. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which person UK lady's talking about. They're talking about Trump or Zara B. I'm not sure. But yeah, exactly, Sly. It's crazy, dude. I'm anxious, like for the future of for my kids' future. I'm anxious because I'm telling you, man. You know it, Sly. You live here. It's a fucking shit's going downhill bad in America. It's going downhill bad. Prices are out of control. Like food prices are ridiculous. I paid. Gas prices aren't too bad. They're at $3.18 a gallon, which is a little high, but in some places it's like almost $4. So I can't complain too much.
All right. Check out the commercial world, right? Have a look at celebrities, have a look at politicians, yeah, the famous people. How many of them wanted to get into the profession where they're celebrities, knowing that throughout history, the celebrities are the ones that are the most likely to be pushing the drugs, encouraging the drugs,
Right?
familiarizing rape and violence and getting away with it. Yeah. For the common people to think that we can act like celebrities, be full of drugs, do the rape, do the violence. Do you get me? Yeah. Is all been shown on to us over television, throughout music for years, throughout politicians. And we're all trying to be the same. We're all trying to do the I'm famous. For what? So your children can be junkies. So your children can be murderers. Did you get me? And that's what the commercial world's showing us. And this is what Trump's showing us, yeah? The more of a criminal you are, the more dirt you have on the rest of the world, the more of a boss you are.
You see, okay, UK lady was talking about Zara. All right, gotcha. So I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to double check on that. I wasn't sure. I wanted to double check because they're both pretty bad, from what I understand. I don't watch the news. I'm just talking like from general experience, like me walking outside and going to the store. I see how fucking miserable people are. And I live in Iowa, Peking. If that gives you any kind of inclination of how aware, how abundantly obvious it is, how miserable everybody in America is. Like I go to the store and people are too busy. They can't even look up and smile at you and be polite. They're too busy.
Yep.
I'm far too busy to be polite. I'm far too fucking busy. That's an issue for me. That's a big, huge red flag that society in America is going bad, going downhill. When the average person, even in America, in Iowa, where I live, where everybody's polite, motherfuckers can't even look up to smile at you. Can't even look up to say, hey, how's it going? Can't even be bothered. People can't even be bothered to look up from their cell phone to be polite. That's an issue. That's an issue for me. Sorry, I don't mean to get on a tangent. It's just that's a real huge issue for me. That's a big red flag. That's society. Something's wrong with society. Like evil is running rampant. Like, and not to get on the biblical God thing, but we are definitely, if you believe in Revelations in the Bible, dude, we're in it. I mean, society should tell you how bad things are and how the devil's running rampant. If to put it in perspective, it's fucked. It's fucked. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And what's the solution? I don't fucking know. I have not a clue what the solution is. Same with immigration, same with drugs. I don't have a solution. Because, at one point I thought, make all drugs legal. Then you won't have drug dealers. You cut off the cartel's money. All is well. Here's the problem with that. We did that in Oregon. They decriminalized all drugs. Now it's a fucking shithole. You got homeless people everywhere. It's a fucking mess. Because they
but hang on a minute. Oregon fucked up. Yeah? Instead of creating the drugs that the people want, they're buying in from the governments which are providing, the militaries that are providing, from China, for example, yeah? Now, check out what China's doing. Flooding the world with fentanyl, for example. Yeah, China is creating fentanyl. So they say, right? Fentanyl is in ecstasy. It's being sprayed on weed. It's in fucking coke. It's in fucking ketamine. It's in the speed. It's in the fucking smack.
That's what they're saying.
China is at war with the rest of the world because China is poisoning every motherfucker that takes a pharmaceutical or takes a street drug.
Why isn't the world fighting China then? Why aren't we taking China out? Why isn't the world if China's the issue? Why aren't we taking care of China?
The English don't have an army at the moment. The English cannot afford to go to war. The English have no artillery. They have nothing to go to war with. They cannot even defend their own country.
I'm just saying, like this is what my son explained to me. He said that the problem is with China and America is that our economies rely on each other. If the Chinese yen fails, we're fucked. America's fucked. Same with America. If our money fails,
China was poor, China was poor, the Americas, the English, the Germans, the Russians, they all put business into China. Okay. Now their businesses and their investments are in China. They cannot extract from China. They cannot take their businesses out of China and India and build up in America. They can't do that because their businesses are in China. Okay, so China wins. China's got the world by the balls because the world exploited and capitalized on China when they were vulnerable.
Exactly.
And this is what's happening now. This is what's happening now with the rest of the world coming to 2023. The rest of the world is saying, no, America, England, you've been taking the piss out of us for hundreds and thousands of years. Now we're taking ours back. Your land is our land. Because
Yep.
your land has got our gold, your land has got our potatoes, your land has got our women, your land has got our culture. So we're coming to your land. We cannot survive in our land because you've polluted it. You've corrupted our land. So now we're coming to your land, which is our land. Hmm? It's happening worldwide.
Yeah, well, I agree with you there on Peking that it's not just China, it's everybody together. If anything, Joe Biden showed me exactly how these motherfuckers all work together. How it's all like it's not just America, it's everybody. They're all fucking corrupt. It's not just us, everybody's
Yeah.
corrupt. It's fucked up. It's really
Yeah.
messed up and there's no
Yeah.
solution. Greed,
Look,
like I said, if
Trump
you
goes
believe
and meets up.
like I
Trump goes
said,
and meets up with the MS-13. Yeah, Trump goes and meets up with the Mexican cartel. The Trump goes and meets up with Putin. Trump goes and meets up with the fucking fella in North Korea. Yeah. Now I'm telling you, when Trump washed his hands with all those people, who do you think took place? Yeah. Trump will not deal with Putin. Trump will not deal with North Korea. Trump will not deal with Mexico. Who is dealing with them? Chinese, Russia, North Korea, Mexico. They're all working together against America.
oh yeah,
Watch
we're
it.
the enemy.
You know, keep
We're the
watching.
enemy.
Take
We are
yourself
the
out
enemy.
of it and watch it. You know, while you're living in the middle of it, you can't see it because, like, yeah, there's too much to look at. But you
No,
take
I
yourself
know.
away from it. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no, trust me,
44.
I know.
I'm 44, Bambip. I've stayed away from TV, radio, newspapers, commercial music. I've stayed away from it unless it was happening there and then. Yeah. And I put myself there. Okay. And I'm telling you now, Bambip, right? Now that I
Fuck.
start paying attention to social media, now that I start paying attention to the commercial information that's available, I can tell you, yeah, with an open heart and an open mind, I can tell you as clear as it is. Yeah. Social programming. That's what we're going through now. We're going through a social programming. All this social media is information for the AI. There is nothing that we can say or do that hasn't been said or done before. No invention that hasn't already been thought about and designed. All there is now
It's
is clarifying, yeah, how to create that Superman, how to create that fucking ET, how to create, yeah, or where are they hiding? That's all it is now.
this, this, this ruined society. This ruined society. And I hate to say this, and God don't crucify me for saying this, but the Unabomber was semi-correct. He talked about his big, the Unabomber, his big thing was this right here, technology. Technology and how it was going to ruin society. How it was going to ruin society. And this was back in the 90s when Kaczynski was bombing technological colleges and shit, blaming, saying that technology was going to ruin society. I hate to say it. I think he's right. I'm almost certain he's right. Fucking technology ruins society. The internet. I mean, look how miserable people are online. How cyberbullying. And I hate to use the word cyberbullying because as an adult, you can't really be cyberbullied. You can just shut your computer off. But look at how miserable and how the way people act on YouTube alone. Just on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, have a look. Have a look at the I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Have a look at Big Brother. Have a look at all those reality TV shows. Have a look how many of those people are manic depressed, suicidal, or even dead. Yeah. Have a look at the repercussions of being like watched all day, every day. Have a look at the repercussions. Then all of a sudden it becomes the norm. Everybody wants to be on Big Brother. Everybody wants to be I'm a celebrity out of here. Everybody wants to be criticized or worshipped. Yeah, everybody. That's what social media has done. We had the introductions, yeah, with the Big Brother. We had the introductions of what the world's coming like with the Truman Show. We had the introductions, yeah, with the CCTV. We had the introductions. Now we're here doing exactly what they designed for us.
Shit. Don't even bring up the Stanford prison experiments, man. I talk about that off and on
Okay.
about how
Check out
nature.
movies. Check out movies of
human
the
nature.
80s. Check out movies of the 80s, Bambip. Yeah, check out the movies of the 80s. Yeah, all about 1984. Yeah, then there was Lawnmower Man, the Highlander, the Running Man. All these things about, like, yeah, there can only
Back
be
to the
one,
Future.
like, yeah, and it's all about the control, or you step into this matrix world, yeah. It was
Back to the
all
Future.
about that.
The movie Back to the Future takes place in 2024, right? Did you know that?
Right.
2024. Back to the Future, 2024. So are we supposed to have flying cars next year and like, little, dehydrating machines would just makes you food? Is that coming next year? Because according to Back to the Future, 2024 is supposed to have flying cars and shit. So are we gonna have that? Sorry, I just I'm trying to be positive because this shit's so depressing. It really is. The state of society is depressing. And I'm trying to make jokes because it's such a depressing topic. But yeah, Kaczynski, that was his big thing, was technology and the technological age and how it's going to ruin society. It's going to be the fall of man. And I think he's right. I hate to say it. I think he's fucking right. I mean, I see it every day how people act and treat each other. Even when I go out in public to the store, I see how people act. Motherfuckers can't be bothered. Can't be bothered to be polite. Can't be bothered just to smile and be like, hey, what's up? Can't be bothered.
Yep. Look at technology now, right? Look at technology now and how it creates our food, okay? How technology creates our food. This is something that we've been shown on Star Trek, okay? How the 3D printer will be printing our food. And it doesn't matter if you put in plastic or fucking metal or sand, yeah? You will still get your ice cream. Yeah, that is what the 3D printer is showing us, is what is doing us. Yeah, when you have a look at the commercial food now, how like every fucking plastic packaging is seeping plastic, minuscule microscopic fucking micros of plastic into every bit of food. Yeah,
hey, Pinky,
dissect anything on this planet. The plants, the birds, the fucking fish, the humans. We are consuming chemicals and plastic. Why are we not consuming the food? Where is the food? Fucking hell, man. Do you get me? Yeah? We're dependent on supermarkets. Where are they getting their food from? 90% of it ain't even fucking real food. It's all fabricated shit. Not one person is touched from the vegetable to the nut. To the oil, nothing has been touched by human. It's all done by machine. It's artificial.
Do you know we have hamburgers here made out of plants, all plants. It's not beef, it's all plants. Burger King makes an all fucking mock hamburger. That's crazy. Not that I care, but I mean, this is crazy.
And fish that isn't got any fish in it. Yeah, it's all fucking soya and what plastic and fucking recycled toilet paper. It's like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck?
You'll appreciate this, Peking. I get like banned from Twitter because I'll go and I'll troll Elon Musk. I'll go and troll Elon Musk and he'll block me, and then I'll appeal it and get unblocked. All I do is I'll ask him, I'll go, why are you creating the devil's mark? That's how I ask him. Because Elon Musk, as you know, and this goes along with what you were saying about the microchip, he's developing a chip to go inside your brain, like a virtual reality 3D chip. So I go and troll Elon Musk about the microchip he's developing for the brain. It's fuck shit. It's like the devil's mark kind of shit. And it reminds me back to when I was a child in school, catechism school and Sunday school and shit. And they would talk about how what are you going to do when the government, the mark of the beast, and they say you have to be microchipped to pay for your groceries? Are you going to get that microchip? Are you going to accept the mark of the beast? And I just remember thinking about that as a kid. They would say that to us in school as a kid. And I'm thinking, I'm going to fucking starve. Fuck the devil. I'm going to starve. Fuck you, devil.
The mark of the beast has always been in front of us, Bambit. The mark of the beast has always been in front of us. It's the dollar bill. It's the $20 bill. The $5 bill. It's money. Money has always been in front of us. It is the mark of the beast. Okay, all these things that we buy into, yeah, the token, the Satan, the fucking the Diablo, the devil is the money. Okay, that is the numbers, that is the markings. Yeah, if you have this, yeah, you can do anything. Understanding, yeah, the devil will do anything. within his power. You have the money, you have the power. You don't have the money, what power you got?
Right.
Right
Exactly.
now we move on to technology. Yeah, now we move on to technology. Right now every single one of us has got a number, whether it's our telephone number, driving license number, or whether it's our postal address. Yeah, when you identify that all of those numbers are associated to you as a number, you will recognize that they are only like possessions. They are only markings of the beast. Yeah, destinations. Yeah, where can we find it? Yeah, it is there. Marking of the
I
beast.
hate money.
Okay,
I hate money. Hate money.
understanding.
I
Yeah,
hate it.
no matter what they invent to distract us, which is going to be the marking of the beast, there is always going to be money. There is always going to be riches, wealth. That is the beast. The beast is within each one of us. We are the beast.
I give all my money away. I don't like
We
money.
create, we
Evil. I
consume,
hate it.
and we encourage.
Fucking hate money. I hate, and this is why I hate money, because I'm a slave to it. I have to have money to live. I have to have money for electricity. I have to have money for heat. I have to have money for food.
No, you
I'm a
don't. No, you
slave.
don't. No, you
I hate
don't. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you
I've got
don't.
children. I
No,
have
you
to.
don't at
I've got
all.
children. I can't go live
No,
in the
you
mountains.
don't.
I
Society,
can't go live off the
markings of
land.
the beast says you do. Markings of the beast says you do. Okay, markings of the beast says you do. But in
No,
the heavens, no, you don't.
Child Protective
In the heavens,
Services
in the
says that.
reality of the beast, no, you don't.
Child
Yeah,
Protective
that's the
Services says that.
marking of the beast. All over the world, people are living without money because they have community. The idea of having a big family is so that you can work together. When your family is working with your neighbor's family, you have a bigger family, a bigger community, a greater opportunity to be a blacksmith, farmer, doctor, cover all areas. When
Yeah, but
it's
this ain't
just
the
you,
1800s. It ain't the 1800s
eh?
anymore. It's not like that. People are selfish. It's
Right,
not the 1800s
right.
anymore. You don't need your neighbor to help you
I
work.
know, yeah.
You
We
just
don't
have to
even
do it
need
yourself.
our own fucking mothers and fathers from the age of fucking 10 no more. You know,
No,
like
we
if
don't.
our mothers and fathers mother and father us from the age of 10, they're criminals. Do you get me? Because we're not allowed to mother and father. We're not allowed to show our children how to light a fire, how to cook. It's against health and safety. You're not allowed to make a fire unless you've got a fire certificate. You're not allowed to go into a kitchen unless you've got hygiene and food handling certificates. You're not allowed to be a blacksmith unless you're more qualified as a blacksmith. So we're not allowed to teach our children the most natural of things. We're not allowed to teach our children fishing or hunting. Yeah, because like they're not allowed. Yeah, they're not allowed blood and guts. They're not allowed to murder. They're not allowed to farm. That's the reality of the world where we're living in today, because we're living in hell. We're living by the mark of the beast.
I hear you. I hear you. I'm listening.
I know. I know.
I ran in the kitchen. I'm making some toast because I'm kind of hungry. Because I gotta start my live in like an hour. So
Cool.
I'm not doing anything major. We're gonna read Latunza and talk about it. Anybody wants to jump on panel and talk about it, they can. But it's gonna be an easy day.
You see, Bambit, my father took me from England, where life was black and white. Okay, life in England for me, growing up with my mother, then growing up with my father, life was very black and white. Yeah, it
Right.
was all about, you have to find a woman, you have to get a job, you have to have children, you have to make grandchildren, you have to die. That was the thing in England, black and white. When my father took me to Ireland, my father showed me the colors of the rainbow. There's and seriously, yeah, look into the colors of the rainbow when you're tripping on magic mushrooms. And I swear down now, you're not just seeing black, white, fucking red, green, yellow, blue, indigo, violets, and all them shits. Yeah, you're seeing a lot more. All right,
I bet.
and that's what I experienced. Unfortunately for the world, yeah, there isn't many people that can express and explain the way that I do, and so there's a lot of confusion about the way that like I portray what I've experienced and what I've seen. Yeah. And this is where it's very difficult to tolerate nonsense. Yeah, when something's bad, I can't tolerate it. I can't acknowledge it. Can't accept it.
No, you shouldn't have to.
I know. Yeah.
You shouldn't have to tolerate. Shouldn't have to tolerate or accept bad things. None of us should. You know, none of
And
us
this
should
is
have
what
to
I'm
put up
trying
with
to
fucking.
show. Yeah. And this is what
I
I'm
don't put
trying
up
to show
with
you.
things.
I will go without all those things that society tells me I need to be doing, because I know that the people that are doing those things in the middle of society have got it all wrong. None of them are
Mhm.
happy. None of them have got their internal happiness. They've all got a fucking front where like their commodities show their happiness or they're comfortable with it. Yeah. So for me, all of that is wrong. Yeah, we need to start again. We need to go back to being caveman, where it's about hunting and gathering, where it's about simple communications. Yeah, you
I already know
understand
what's gonna
medics.
happen.
Yeah,
That's gonna happen.
I
That's
understand.
gonna happen. I'm telling you, that's gonna happen. We're gonna
Yeah,
blast ourselves back to the caveman era. I'm telling you. With technology, we are fucking ourselves with technology so bad that it's gonna implode and we're gonna end up. I'm telling you, something's gonna happen, a nuclear bomb, something. And society's gonna be fucked. They're gonna be like, what do we do? I don't know. I don't know. Where do we go? I don't know. You know? Because everybody relies on GPS and technology. Not me. I taught my kids how to read a map. I taught them how to read a compass. Because I'm like, my 13-year-old's like, what do I gotta learn to read a map? I go, because you may not always have GPS, dumb fuck. What do you think? Can't rely on your cell phone. You may not always have signal.
exactly. Yeah. Now, when it comes to being a father, yeah, I'm more ready and settled now to be a grandfather. Okay, you get where I'm
Not
coming from.
I'm a
I may
grandmother.
not have been there all day, every day to be a father. Okay. Personally, I was not shadowing my son. I let my sons develop. Okay. But I am here to be a grandfather. Now, I am 110% certain that if my sons came here to raise their children, we'd be one of the strongest families on this planet.
That's good.
Yep.
My sons are, I don't know. I feel they're gypped. They got gypped in life because they don't have a male influence.
Mm.
Kind of sucks. Because my 20-year-old, he's at that age where he needs a dad. He needs that male guidance as he starts his own life. So how
Bambit,
is everybody doing today on
Bambit,
their birthday?
Bambit.
What's up?
Would you consider? Okay, just consider this. Don't react just yet, right? But would
What?
you consider allowing my son to have communication with your son?
I don't care. Sure.
Right?
I
From
I
my
for one you
understanding, yeah,
my son's an
from my
asshole.
understanding,
Like my 20-year-old's an asshole. Like you just don't
right?
understand. He's a fucking asshole.
Right. My eldest son, personally, he's cooler than me. He's got the wisdom that I've got, and he's half the age of me.
I know, same. My son's so goddamn smart. He'll be up here and he'll be like, well, the economics of blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, no, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. No idea, smart boy. Get the no idea. I'm an idiot. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how much these kids know compared to us. Like my son knows more about politics and what's going on in the world than I do right now.
Yep.
Crazy.
And yeah, yep, yeah. For myself, I think my son, my eldest son, he grew up in Ireland. I know that for a fact, and I know where he lives. Yeah, but like, but it's like he grew up in a better place. My son is growing up in the UK. He's growing up in a bad place, bad place. Yeah, but like Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm glad that he's got access and contact with my elder son. Yeah, his brother.
Right.
Glad for this. Yeah, both mothers are in communications. Both sons
That's
are
good.
in communications. I get regular calls from my sons. Yeah, and we have group calls. Yeah, the three of us will be talking together. They be talking amongst themselves, doing what they do throughout. But like when they come and talk to me, we the three of us we be talking. Yeah, is real smart. Yeah,
I'm
real
sorry,
smart.
Peaky. I'm sorry, man. Really, I'm sorry to hear that. It's rough. Like, I don't think, we as parents really realize what our kids are going through. We sit up here and bitch about how bad society is. Imagine being a kid and living in today's world. I mean, just think about that. So it's like, kids have way more to deal with, more anxiety, way more shit. Oh, dude, I'm sure. Hell yeah. I'm just saying, yeah, I don't care. You can reach out to my kid. I'm just saying, my kid's an asshole. He doesn't talk to he barely talks to me. I mean, we live in the same house and we barely like communicate. He's not that age. He's 20. He's got a lot of anger over his dad's suicide. He's got, deals with a lot. He's got to live with his mom of all people. He's got me, he's got to deal with on a regular basis. That's enough to drive anybody insane. Come on, I'm making a joke, trying to lighten the mood.
You know what, right? For myself, when I was a youth, I was very in my head, very paranoid, very recluse, but I was like ready for anything. Do you get me? Yeah, I
Right?
wouldn't
Yes.
tolerate any bullshit. If two of my mates were arguing about each other, I'd make sure that they'd confront each other. Yeah, and if I had the opportunity of picking one up and throwing them at the other one, they'd be dealing with it. Do you get me? Yeah, they would. I did not tolerate or encourage the prolonging, snitching, bitching, grassing, fucking, like all that shit. Yeah, we deal with it here and now, right?
Exactly.
A lot of social media teaches us, yeah, that we're stuck on history. We're not trying to move forward. A lot of people are not trying to move forward. Yeah, we're stuck on history. Yeah, like I share my history with people. People don't want my history. They want to fabricate. It's like,
Right.
hang on a minute, like, yeah? Let's move forward. Let's learn from what I've learned from, yeah, and move forward. You can save your children. You can save your grandchildren. Yeah, you can still save the relationships with your mums and your dads. Yeah, I cannot. I cannot, but other people can. I can show you how. Yeah, you can walk down your streets comfortable, leaving your front door open, leaving your car open with the keys in it. I can show you because I've lived like that all my life. I don't give a shit about getting robbed. I don't give a shit about getting battered, but I do give a shit about you getting battered or robbed. Do you get me?
Oh yeah, exactly. I don't give a fuck about myself. Anybody else? Let's go. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about
I
myself.
learned lessons. And Bambip, yeah, I've got prison sentences associated with where I'm innocent, but because the other fellas are talking shit, I'll go down with them. The people in the prison, they know I'm innocent because they know that I don't do those things. They know I'm not a thief. So there's
Right.
no way Steve's coming in jail for thievery. No fucking way. And if he's ever coming in for thievery, it's false allegations, yeah? He's being set up. All right. And if you do a research onto when I went to prison for theft, yeah, it wasn't because I was a thief. It was because I was a criminal. Because I've got a history of going to prison. We had a new judge coming to town, and he said anybody with a criminal record is a criminal, career criminal. They're going straight to jail. When I was
Steve,
one of the first people in front of him, yeah.
You're talking
Yeah.
like being a thief is a bad thing. Did you forget what I used to do? Did you forget? I used to be a professional thief at one point in my life. You're
Right.
talking like
Okay, but
I'm giving you shit. Shut up. I'm just giving you crap. Just giving you crap.
you get me, right? But when people want to say, yeah, it's like you've got your truth, I've got my truth. Yeah, I could say, that, hey, listen, everybody, Bambip's a corrupt fucking fraudster. Yeah, she computer fucking hacker. Yeah, she can swindle you out a million. Yeah, like you can, you could.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I wish. Dude, I couldn't steal. Dude, I couldn't steal 100 grand to save my life right now, dude. Or I'd be, dude. If I could, I'd be on it, like dead serious. Like if I could get away with stealing 100 grand today, oh fuck yeah, I'd be on it. I couldn't hack my way into a paper bag. Okay, this is not happening. Like I said, was back in the 90s when it was easy to like get into computers and like change shit around. It was easy to steal money and embezzle back in the 90s. It ain't today. Ain't happening today.
Yep.
Pekin wants to know if you've noticed the chemtrails in the sky. He was asking for a friend.
Yep. Lots of chemtrails in the sky, and what I've learned here in Spain, I can point out better as and when it happens. Okay, at the moment, what's happening? We're getting a lot of chemtrails above Spain, and what it encourages, where I am in Spain, is rainfall for the Sierra Nevada, which is Spain's main or south of Spain's main ski resort. Okay, so this is for tourism. Okay. When I speak with Spanish friends, and they reassure me that 20 years ago, there was snow all year round on the Sierra Nevada. And yet, for the last 12 years, they've noticed there's no snow on the Sierra Nevadas.
Global warming.
In the summer.
Global warming.
Yeah. People are scared. People here in Spain are actually scared. Yeah. They remember seasonal rains and plentiful. Yeah. And now they're seeing nothing. Yeah,
and global warming.
Yeah, when I see chemtrails, yeah, what I recognize then is different times of year, because I've been sat here for 3 years observing where I can follow what I can do, you know, like without doing much, following the courses of nature. I've been looking at the sky a lot, and certain times of year, there's different directions for the for the chemtrails, and so that insinuates to me that they're doing it on purpose. Yeah, or it'd be like maritime. Yeah, where certain times of year you can't pass that stretch of water because the currents and the tides and winds and all that whatnot. So for me, maybe the air lanes are the same. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's a science that or technology that I'm not aware of, but I have been aware of different times of year. There's different areas that dominate for the for the what folk call chemtrails. Yep.
Well, Steve, I have to jump down because I have to get ready to do my live. My live is going to be in like 20 minutes, so I've got to jump down and get in my prepare mode and get shit ready for that. Thank you for having me up. I got up early, so it was nice to see that you were on. I had some place to go and kick it. Otherwise, I would have been laying in bed like, oh, what am I going to do? So I hope to see you in my room later. Thanks for chatting, you guys. I appreciate you. Peace out, everybody. And I'll be over in Gangsters and Jokes. All right, see you soon.
Nice one. Nice one, Bambit. Thanks for joining. You're always welcomed. Always good to chat with.
Always.
Yeah, always welcomed. And yep, I'll be joining you shortly because I didn't come out with any water. I've got a pocket of almonds, so I've got a breakfast. And go home, toast them up, make a pot of tea, and then contemplate the village. Yep, because I need to get some real food, some groceries. I'm too many days just sat there eating almonds. You know, I get up, I walk around, fill me pockets, come back, sit down, crack them, roast them, and yeah, they're all right. I like almonds, but it's not nutritional. It's not the the foods that I'm familiar with. I don't really get satisfied out of almonds. I just get that, if there's something. Brain food. It's okay because I've got water. Water is the main ingredient for life. Apparently, you can go like months without food, but you can only go 3 days without water. So I'm very grateful that I've got water. I'm very grateful of my patience that I've saved water, that I've worked to collect water. This year, if I'm still here, is a year I will try to make a garden, food garden. I've lost interest in marijuana smoking because I've recognized the importance of food. Um, so this year, I'll put my effort into making a food garden, knowing that I've got water. This past year, I haven't made a food garden because I've been tired, fatigued, dehydrated, living in poverty, trying to like make the most of a bad situation. Recognizing that I didn't have water for 2 years, I wanted to recognize how much water I need for me, for me, for the dogs, how much water we need just for drinking. And we've managed. And I even managed to grow a couple of fucking smokable plants. And so knowing that I've managed me, the dogs, and a few plants, I know that I can make a food garden or try. The 3 years that I've been on this mountain, I've tried to make food garden. I had to carry water up from the village 5 kilometers. The village is down the mountain. I had to carry water up the mountain for the dogs, for me, and for the garden. That garden failed. Well, the food plants failed. I was very successful that year, my first year, with ganja plants. Very cheekily. After the dramas from being on YouTube, having my life promoted and doxed on YouTube by Arctic and his circle of cronies, friends at the time, well, like that disrupted in my personal happiness to grow lots of ganja again. And last year, having the dramas with the traveling shitty wet wipe put more stresses on. So I refused to grow a garden this past year. I do it for other people. Hmm? Not growing my ganja, that is. Yeah? Not growing my ganja. I do it for other people. This year, if I run out of ganja, when I run out of ganja, there'll be no replacing. There'll be no buying. This year, when I run out of ganja, if I run out, I run out. Yes, peeking through the bushes. I've said from day one of being introduced to YouTube, I would love for people to help me to create a fruit forest. Some 2,000-3,000 trees I would like to plant in this valley and recreate life, encourage life. I cannot do it on my own. I arrived here to mind an abandoned building. It had been abandoned by people that couldn't afford to be there anymore. Coincidentally, there was 6 dogs there they needed caring for. The people that were caring for them were incapable and unworthy of such. They phoned me up after their failure. They phoned me up and cried for me to take over. So me being a tramp hobo drifter with no direction at the time, I gave in to other people's needs. And I said, yes, I have time. I can serve. I can do the right thing by good people. At the time, I thought I'd have work with the people that were responsible for caring for the place. I assure there's plenty of work, but there's no cash pay. I can't work for people like that. Good morning, Mr. E. Good to see you. Sly, do you know, living on this mountain, yeah, look at the terrain. Stone and quartz, yeah. That's what this terrain is like. Stone and quartz. And so trying to grow in clay, stone, and quartz, nothing grows here, my dears. Nothing grows here. I have to grow in containers. I have to find soil because there's no soil here. I have to create soil because I'm not a rich man. Yeah. I cannot buy soil. If I could buy soil and manure, that would make life a lot easier. If I could buy containers of water and have delivered, that would make life easier. I'm a tramp. I'm a hobo. I'm a drifter. And I always have been. And it hurts now that there's a project. It hurts that I'm not financially suited for this project. And it hurts that the truth that I share gets twisted and abused for me to get defensive and then to return with abuse. For folk that have abused me, they've received abuse, the worst kind of abuse. I never wanted to abuse anything or anyone. I wanted to share the peace, the love that I live with. Well, my phone's flashed. There's 17%. I don't get offended. I'm not offended by you peeking through the bushes. You've been very pleasant in the chat. You've been very pleasant in the chat. I've enjoyed reading what I've seen from you in the chat. Is it $1 million question? Fire your question away. Feel free. Yo, Peggy. Good morning. How was bonfire night last night? So come on, if you've got a question, fire the question out. Oh, bugger.